Ramba, ramba. Yes, now, bless now, people. Don't forget to rest now. There's Rocksteady, King of the Pit TV. We're doing some sacred geometry. We just listened to AFI. Yes. What's that an abbreviation for? A fire inside? It was recommended on the Patreon by my good friend Gaza, G-Dog, Gary, the man, the legend. He's put us on some great music over quite an extensive amount of time. So I appreciate you very much for that, Gary. You've put me onto a lot of cool records I could have and should have checked out back in the day, and now I have a good reason to do so. So I really appreciate that. AFI. We've jumped into what I assume is the second record. I know I get told all these things. What's the first? What's the second? What's the third record? And so forth. What comes this, that, and for? But I get given so much information at this point over so many different bands that, you know, to retain it all is harder than it should be. So we listened to this record after listening to the record that came prior. This album is heaps better. Heaps better. The other record was okay, but this is a better record. Couple more ideas without ridding of the energy. The production is a lot better. Overall, this is just a lot better. The drumming... Oh, the drummer is a drummer. He's not, you know... He's not a great drummer, but he does what he does very well. It's punk. We're not looking for great musicians. We're looking for adequate musicians, but we don't need anyone incredible. The sound engineering does the drummer so much justice in the fact that the snare sounds great, the drums sound organic, and in my opinion, you know what? I was going to say the drummer sort of is the sound of this record, but when I first listened to the first couple of tracks, if not the first 3 tracks on this record, I came to a conclusion that it was actually the bassist. Not through the bass performance, but actually through the audacity of the bass in the mix. Very bass heavy mix without deducting from the rest of the band. Call it actually giving the bassist and the bass line justice, you know? Look at that, it's golden hour. Yeah, should I take a few selfies? Look at that. Flipping hell. I got the Son Almighty. I got the Son of God blazing me through the window there. And speaking of such, I had that the other day as well, and I had a impulsive moment where I just kept staring at the sun. Like, I just kept going, I'll have another look. I'll have another look. Am I dumb? Yes. So this record was good. 14 tracks, 1 cover song. Don't care for the cover songs. If anything, depending on how I feel, you could say I hate covers. You know, I think doing a cover detracts from the branding of a band, the quality of a band, because there's a couple of good bands around here who have performed long enough and have established a good following and are known for being good, and then they will do a cover song like in their set from time to time, and it's like most of the time it sort of devalues the band, you know, because that which you identify as a great leading act in the local circuit suddenly just becomes a lesser than the band they're covering band, you know? Whereas they have their own lane, their own identity without the need of doing so. I know it's a bit of fun and stuff, but, you know, we'll do a separate video on my opinions on doing covers and stuff, but yeah. AFI did a cover song. It was alright. I don't know the original, so I can't comment on it. The vocal production was very good. AFI more than likely garnered a great reception and developed a momentum the way they did due to their use of melodies, you know, vocal melodies and so forth, which, hey, people want a melody, you know, we can't just listen to harsh noise all the time. But for me, the band works best when they're just driving forward, when he's just giving it a good old shout. I think the whole melodic thing, I don't think his forte is the melodic thing, you know. When we hear bands like Rancid and flipping No Effects and stuff like that, they're great at putting a good hook together, a good vocal hook. I don't think this guy, Davey, I don't think he does good with the vocal hooks, at least at this point in AFI's career. I don't think he creates catchy moments. I don't think he creates good... I don't think his forte is creating a good chorus. But when he's just blasting it and giving it a good old shout, I think he sounds really good. I think he sounds better, you know? Gang chants on this record, or backing vocals, are cool, very prominent. Sound like The Offspring. Sound like Comeback Kid. At a particular stage in their career, because I think Comeback Kid had a couple of different vocalists. Not bad. Not bad at all. Guitar line, everything you need. When the guitar goes down in the lower frequencies, theoretically, sounds cool. Comes out in the mix really nice. Something about this band playing lower, the frequencies just really pop on that record, you know? If I'm going to rate this out of 10, I'll give it a 7 out of 10. It's consistent. It's consistent. It's a consistent record. Is there room for improvement? Yeah, most definitely. Is there room for better production? You know what? I don't know. I think the production really sells the record. I think the production value and the sound engineering really does this band justice. I think it's a great collaboration, you know, of artistry. That's my opinion. On that note, I'm signing out, people. One love. Goodbye.